It was one of those evenings when the sky painted itself in hues of orange and pink, a gentle reminder that even after the longest days, beauty had a way of finding its place. Daniel, a single father in his early 30s, stood outside a small grocery store, holding his daughter Lily's tiny hand as she skipped along the sidewalk. Life had never been easy for Daniel after his wife passed away 3 years ago, leaving him to raise Lily alone. He had learned to juggle long working hours, school pickups, late-night dinners, and bedtime stories, all while carrying the heavy weight of loneliness in his chest. But for Lily, he tried to smile every day, because she deserved happiness even if he carried hidden pain. That evening, as they were about to cross the parking lot, they noticed a woman by the side of the road, struggling with her car. The hood was popped open, smoke rising, and her frustrated expression showed she had no idea what to do. Without hesitation, Daniel looked at Lily and said softly, "Stay by Daddy's side, sweetheart. Let's go help her." The woman looked up as Daniel approached, her hair catching the last rays of sunlight. She was beautiful in a natural way, not the kind of beauty that came from makeup or designer clothes, but the kind that came from warmth and honesty. "Need some help?" Daniel asked, his deep but gentle voice carrying kindness. She let out a sigh of relief. "Yes, please. My car just broke down, and I have no clue about engines." Lily peeked from behind her father, her big blue eyes curious. Daniel gave her a reassuring pat and then bent over the car, checking the issue. After a few minutes, he diagnosed it as a dead battery connection. "It's a quick fix," he said, tightening the cables and making sure everything was back in place. Within moments, the car roared back to life, and the woman's face lit up with gratitude. "Thank you so much. You're a lifesaver," she said, her voice filled with genuine appreciation. Daniel smiled modestly. "No problem. Just glad I could help." And then, something unexpected happened. Lily tugged at her father's sleeve, looked up at the woman with innocent eyes, and asked, "Daddy, can she be my mommy?" The words hung in the air, catching both Daniel and the woman off guard. Daniel froze, his heart aching at his daughter's longing. The woman blinked, surprised, and then knelt down to Lily's level, her smile tender. "That's very sweet of you," she said softly, brushing a strand of hair from Lily's forehead. Daniel cleared his throat, embarrassed, but before he could explain, the woman extended her hand. "I'm Emma," she introduced herself. "And what's your name, sweetheart?" Lily grinned. "I'm Lily," she said proudly, as if sharing her name was the greatest gift she could offer. That small moment became the beginning of something Daniel hadn't expected. Emma lived in the same town, and over the next few days, she and Daniel bumped into each other more than once, at the grocery store, at the park, and even at the coffee shop where Daniel occasionally took Lily for a treat. Each time, their conversations grew warmer, more natural, as if fate itself was weaving their lives together. Daniel was cautious, though. He had been through heartbreak, and his priority was always Lily. But every time he saw Emma kneel to tie Lily's shoelaces, or laugh at her silly jokes, or hold her hand with such care, something in his heart softened. Emma wasn't just kind, she was genuine, and she saw Lily not as a burden, but as a joy. For Lily, it was simple, she had decided Emma was special, and her innocent wish of, "Can she be my mommy?" echoed again and again in Daniel's mind. Weeks passed, and Daniel found himself opening up to Emma about his struggles as a single father, about how he worked construction jobs by day and studied at night to give Lily a better future. Emma listened without judgment, her eyes filled with empathy. She told him about her own life. How she had moved to the town after leaving behind a toxic relationship, how she was rebuilding her career, and how she longed for real connections instead of shallow ones. In their shared stories of loss and resilience, they found comfort. One evening, after a long day, Daniel invited Emma over for dinner. He was nervous, but Lily was ecstatic. She insisted on helping set the table, placing napkins unevenly and giggling when she dropped a spoon. When Emma arrived, she brought homemade pie, and the way she laughed when Daniel burned the garlic bread made the house feel alive again. Lily watched them with wide eyes, whispering to her stuffed teddy later that night, "I think Daddy smiles more when Emma's here." Slowly, Daniel realized that Emma wasn't just filling the empty spaces in his home, she was filling the emptiness in his heart. Still, he wrestled with doubts. Was it fair to let Lily grow attached to someone who might not stay? Could he risk another heartbreak? But one night, after tucking Lily into bed, she hugged him tightly and whispered, "Daddy, I think God sent Emma to us." That innocent faith from his daughter pierced through his fears. The turning point came on a rainy evening. Daniel's truck had broken down, and Emma offered to drive him and Lily home. As the rain poured, Emma sang softly in the car, and Lily joined in, her laughter mixing with the rhythm of the rain. Daniel sat in the passenger seat, looking at them, and something inside him shifted. He realized that love wasn't about avoiding pain, it was about embracing joy where it blossomed. By the time they reached home, he knew he had to stop running from what was right in front of him. The next few weeks were filled with moments that stitched their bond tighter. Emma helped Lily with school projects, attended her dance recital, and even cheered the loudest when Lily scored a goal at soccer practice. Daniel began to see Emma not as a stranger who happened to cross their path, but as someone who belonged in their story. One evening, sitting on the porch under the stars, Daniel finally found the courage to speak. "Emma," he said softly, "you came into our lives by chance, but you've made it feel like home again. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know this, Lily and I are better with you in it." Emma's eyes glistened as she reached for his hand. "Daniel, I don't see you as a man with baggage. I see you as a father with a heart bigger than you realize. And Lily, she's already family to me." At that moment, Lily poked her head out from the door, giggling, "See, Daddy. I told you she could be my mommy." Laughter filled the night, and with it came the promise of new beginnings. Their story wasn't perfect, but it was real. It was proof that even broken hearts could find healing, and even the simplest acts of kindness, like helping a stranger with her car, could lead to love that changed everything. And as Daniel tucked Lily in that night, she whispered one last time, "Daddy, thank you for finding my mommy." For Daniel, those words weren't just a child's dream anymore, they were a reality he was ready to embrace. So dear viewers, if this story touched your heart, remember that life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. Love can walk into your life in the most ordinary moments, and sometimes a child's innocent wish can lead to the greatest miracle of all. If you believe in love, family, and second chances, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss another story that inspires hope, faith, and the beauty of unexpected beginnings.